A lot of borrowers that have lower credit scores right now because of the inflation, people are spending more money in their credit cards.
This is why we have non-QM products.
They are trying to have lower monthly payments. People are really struggling right now. For me, what I have been seeing so far, the best program has been the bank statement program for self-employed borrowers.
With modern technologies, is the process got easier for you?
Oh, much easier, because now we can check the loan process in every step of the way.
And like starting from the pricing, the files, I believe, also like looking into the conditions.
Yes, especially pricing too. I can go into the portal, check the pricing, and then I can come to my borrower and advise him and say, look, the rates are really good today. I think it might be a good idea for you to lock today.
Good afternoon, dear viewers. This is Nikita with A&G Mortgage, and you are watching another insightful episode of A&G Digest. Today, we have a special guest, Tatiana with Everwise Group, where finally the AE meets the loan officer in person. Tatiana, it's a pleasure having you here. Thank you very much for joining us today in this studio.
Thanks for inviting me.
Excited to start this conversation. What are the main trends you've observed among borrowers recently?
Well, I have been noticing lately that because of inflation, housing prices that went up, I'm seeing a lot of more borrowers looking into buying properties in more affordable areas. So they're getting out of the more expensive areas and going to areas where they have more affording housing. Also, I'm having a lot of borrowers that have lower credit scores right now because of the inflation. People are spending more money in their credit cards, which it has been a little problematic for certain people.
Absolutely, and definitely understand that this is why we have non-QM products, and that's basically our bread and butter to find a program, find like a deal for borrowers with a low credit scores. Comparing to the last year, how big was the change?
Well, I'm seeing a lot of changes, especially towards the area for refinances. A lot of people last year were looking to refinance to take some equity out of their house because the housing prices were so high compared to the time that they bought it. But nowadays, I'm seeing a lot of people wait to refinance since the Feds made an announcement at the beginning of this year that they will be lowering the rates. So they're waiting to refinance, and not because they were trying to take equity out of their homes, but because they are trying to have lower monthly payments. People are really struggling right now.
With the borrowers with the low credit scores, what documentation type you see most of the times? Are they self-employed? Are they fully employed with W-2 income?
In regards to credit scores,
yeah,
I'm seeing a lot of people that are self-employed. They have their own business, having more issues with lower credit because a lot of them are taking extra debt in order to keep the business afloat. So that is something that I have been seeing lately.
So the doc type basically going to be like a bank statement files or the P&Ls?
For me, what I have been seeing so far, the best program has been the bank statement program for self-employed borrowers.
I see, that makes absolute sense. How have borrowers' needs and expectations changed in the current market, and what new requests you are noticing?
I have seen more people that are self-employed applying. I have seen more people looking for down payment assistance programs. I'm also seeing more people looking for programs that can accept lower credit scores, and also to lower their monthly payments. That has been a big concern because their expenses have been so high because of inflation and everything else that they're really worried about what their monthly expenses is going to be once they get a mortgage.
And are they like trying to get, for example, the lower rate with the insurance? Because the insurance rate was pretty high.
Yeah, insurance in Florida have been pretty high. A lot of companies stopped working in Florida, and that has been an issue because the insurance itself can throw the DTI, the debt to income ratio
Right.
of the borrower, pretty high, and that can kill a file or not.
Yeah, I mean the DTI is like really high, and with the insurance, it could be over the limits.
Yeah, of course. So that it has been an issue. So a lot of times we try to advise the borrowers in a way that they can get a better rate, and it can be the solutions can be anywhere between like trying to lower your debt or start making payments on time or making an extra payment so you can raise your credit score a little better, so you can get a better rate in order to have a better affordability.
Based on what you said, so I see that the DTI could be a common issue. Do you have like any other challenges that borrowers face when they are obtaining a loan?
So one thing that I think that I have been seeing a lot, that I think that probably people won't talk about, is like how people get stressed out during the loan process.
Right.
People get very anxious, they're very emotionally involved in the process. And one of the things that I see that it helps is to get them prepared for that in a way, try to get them prepared emotionally for that process. And not only that, work with a lender that is going to be able to make the process a little bit more efficient. One of the things that I choose in a lender, for example, is not just because they have a program that fits that borrower, they have better interest rates, but also they have a system and a portal that makes it more simple for the borrower throughout the loan process. Because the process in itself is already very complicated.
And with modern technologies, is the process got easier for you?
Oh, much easier. Because now we can check the loan process in every step of the way. And from what is going on with the appraisal, which conditions are still pending, which ones have been cleared, everything pretty much, like from the whole process.
And like starting from the pricing the files, I believe, also like looking into the conditions.
Yes, especially pricing too, because pricing, for example, for a file that we just started, right? We hadn't done a rate lock yet. I can keep checking the prices because it's so easy right now. I can go into the portal, check the pricing, and then I can come to my borrower and advise him and say, look, the rates are really good today. I think it might be a good idea for you to lock today, right? Or look, today looks very unstable. I'll wait a little bit longer. So the portal having a pricing engine, the lenders that have that included in the portal, it helps me a lot, and it helps me to help my clients.
And the portal itself has to be user-friendly in order for you like to clearly understand it and have access to it at any time.
Yeah, of course, because not everybody's tech savvy. I'm not tech savvy.
But you're doing great. Like on the files, you don't ask much questions. You do everything on your own, so that basically means that you understand everything.
Yeah, I try my best.
I'm really glad, Tatiana, having you as a loan officer with me.
Thank you
very much. Recent files that you closed before, not specifically like with me, with every other lenders. Can you share a successful case where your approach or advice helped the borrower achieve better terms, for example?
For example, foreign nationals. I get a lot of foreign nationals, especially from South America, that are interested in investing in real estate in the US. Because I already have knowledge on how the foreign national products work, especially with you guys, I work with you so many times. It's great for foreign nationals. I take my foreign nationals here. I try before the loan is submitted to get all the documents I can think of that you guys might request. This way, to try to speed up the process to make sure that we can follow within the timeframes of the contract, and we make the deal have a huge probability to be successful. So those are the things that I do usually with foreign national products.
Right, especially when it comes to foreign nationals full doc, not just GCR, when it's pretty straightforward appraisal, title, work, insurance, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
With the full doc, you have to get the documents, translate
everything. Yeah.
And make sure that you got the right documents.
Oh yeah.
Because you never know it depends on the country for sure, and it depends on the turn times in that country, how fast they can get those type of documents, like
Yeah.
income documents, for example.
So I try to get a lot of those documents beforehand. And what I know already that I'm gonna need to use, I already translate them before I submit the file.
Right.
Right? So this way I can submit as many documents as I can and have a lower number of conditions during the loan process.
Beautiful. That's actually very helpful, and I truly believe that gathering the docs before submitting the file with understanding what type of documents you will need in the future will definitely streamline the process and make the deal close faster.
Yeah.
And it's also easier for the underwriters to understand from the beginning what to expect, and also the way that they can help the loan officer to close the file too.
Yeah, even the loan that we just closed recently in California,
Right.
which is the borrower had already been approved. Everything for the borrower was already cleared. The only issue that we had to clear was the condominium that we were having issues with the association. So at least that was done. Like my borrower is good to go. Now we just need the condominium to finish their part.
So like, that completely true. So we stopped bothering the borrower with getting the docs.
Yeah.
The only part that we were missing basically was the condo association.
Yeah, and we were ready to close 2 weeks before closing day.
Exactly. Tatiana, thank you very much. That was very insightful as I see it, and I'm sure our viewers will take a lot from this conversation, and I hope you guys will close the files faster after this interview. Thank you very much for joining us today. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for the invitation. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for your time. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. See you soon in the next digest. Thank you.